Well, I think the main reason it's changing is that it's providing different vehicles for organizations to communicate to strategic audiences. So if you turn the clock back 30 years, when we just had traditional newspapers and magazines and radio and television, that there was a very solid understanding that you had to communicate to mass audiences through those few options. Today, with all of the new technologies, with the blogs, with the internet has just opened up all kinds of other possibilities. Not only possibilities to communicate, but possibilities to communicate in a much budget with much less money. It costs a lot of money to start a television station or a newspaper, whereas virtually anybody who can get online can become a blogger. So that I think that it would add to all of that. I think there's two answers to that question. The first part of it deals with the concept of the public opinion arena, or the arena of public opinion. A lot of people who speak English language talk about the court of public opinion, but it isn't really a court, because in a court that you'll have a judge and you'll have a jury, and this side of the story will be told, and then the other side of the story will be told, and then a decision will be made based upon the facts that are communicated. It doesn't really work that way in public relations. It's more of an arena. Sometimes just getting your story out there first, or getting your story told in a more believable fashion, is what you need to do. And I think public relations people need to remember that communicating in an arena, as they do, is much more significant than communicating, and different than communicating in a court. The second part of the question, I think, just adds to the fact that these new technologies, these emerging media, the microblogs such as Twitter, the social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn and others, that is how many people are communicating these days, particularly younger people. The personal media use habits of people under the age of 35 are dramatically different than the media use habits of people over the age of 50. And as time marches on, the 35-year-olds will become the 50-year-olds, and the 50-year-olds will become older, and it will eventually pass on, and so forth and so on. That what we would call the playing field for communication and public relations is changing, and it's dramatically different today in 2012 than it was 10, 15 years ago, and who knows what's going to happen in the next 12 or 15 years. And I think that the successful public relations people and the successful companies, the successful organizations will monitor how people are communicating, and will do a much more effective job of getting their messages to people that way.